Okay, let me just read something to you and we'll ask some questions as we go. So the most recent nationwide statistics show that today, more than 40% of U.S. children are born outside of married households. More than 40% of U.S. children are born outside of married households. What's your personal response to that?
You know, they're going to grow up with this mentality that you don't have to be married or anything.
But I've seen a lot of young men who are trained to be their mother's accessory, stand-in husband kind of a thing. They don't know who they are.
Marriage is like a framework to raise children. So, I mean, of course, it's a commitment to God and everything, but it's also a place where you have kids and then you raise them up.
What's going on as a whole? I don't think that even married couples necessarily will create a perfect environment for their children. The issue is,
as a woman, I think you do start thinking about your time and how you want to be able to bear a healthy child. So I could see where some women just decide, well, I'm financially stable and I'm able to raise a child by myself, so why not?
I don't know, like I'm a product of a single parent family or whatever, and I felt most of the time I was holding the burdens of my mother's relationships, and like how come I don't have a dad? Like, it puts a burden on the child to like fix your mother. Can she not do this by herself? So.
I mean, I had a friend tell me one time, I wish you had a father who stuck around, because I wish you knew how much my real dad would wants to make me happy when I really want something. And it's like, how much more would I know that my Father in heaven wants to bless me if I had a dad that stuck around and did those things with me, you know?
I mean, I'm not proud to say it, but I'm the product of a one-night stand, you know, and my childhood was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And you go from family to family to family, and this pattern of brokenness just continues to cycle out of control over and over again. You have a slanted point of view on the world, slanted point of view on God, slanted point of view on fatherhood, slanted point of view on marriage, relationships, and you're handed like a big Satan sandwich of morals and stuff.
My mom would always be bringing different men home, and then getting to see the aftermath of when the relationship ended, and my mom would expect me to take care of her emotionally. I never felt safe at home, never. Growing up without a father was really, really rough. Number one, because I didn't know how you're supposed to be as like a guy. I thought that a guy was supposed to be dominant and violent. That's how I reacted to problems. That's how I created my place in school. I made people scared of me, or at least made sure I had the reputation that they should be scared of me. I definitely felt that I was a part of my mother's problem. My mom was trying to go to school at the same time that she worked. We were on food stamps. I grew up wishing I had a family that was complete, a family that was peaceful, where I didn't have just a mother that was trying to not only play two different roles, but who didn't even have time to fulfill one. I just came home to like this letter where my mom basically said, I just can't handle this anymore. I'm out of here. I can't put too much blame on my mother for the life that she had to live, the life that I lived and such, because she just didn't have the capability to be the kind of mother my mom really wanted to be.
I was an unwed mother for 10 years, so I know it is extremely difficult on the women who do it. One of the things we do know is that both boys and girls are affected when their fathers are not in their lives, and I think it goes to this deep question of what does it feel like or look like to be loved by a man? Is love just a feminine thing?
Something happens within male and female that is far larger than just the two of them. And when we try to pretend that a marriage does not need the priceless and matchless benefit of both male and female together, we are really deconstructing humanity to say that the human female and the human male are not essential for the family, but merely preferential.
The disregard for a child's fundamental need for both a father and a mother, that's what I think most people find disturbing about the push for same-sex marriage. Why is it when we talk about single parenting that no one has a problem with the mountain of research that demonstrates the tremendous challenge that children face when they're raised without their fathers in their lives? But when it comes to same-sex marriage, suddenly we're told the research doesn't apply because supposedly gender doesn't matter when it comes to creating or raising a child. The fact is, when a man and a woman come together, they have the unique ability to create life, to become mothers and fathers. It's not just the time-tested place where health and happiness and stability are nurtured. It's the cornerstone of human existence.
All kinds of relationships are loving, meaningful, deep, significant, personally fulfilling in very deep ways, but we don't call them marriage. No other civilization until the last couple of nanoseconds of human history have ever understood marriage to be that way. And unfortunately, we are telling children to kind of get into the petri dish, if you will, and become victims within this experiment only because a certain group of adults want to believe that certain things can be true about the family. But to do that at the expense of children, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for kids.